Okay, so the next problem we'll be doing is 9.6. So let's see. 9.6. Algebra quadratic equations. Design the class, name quadratic equation for a quadratic equation x squared plus bx plus x equals 0. Okay, so we need to make that the class. So header. What is this? Quadratic equation. Okay. Class quadratic equation. Semicolon at the end of the class. We're gonna have private and public. Okay. So data fields A, B, and C, they represent three coefficients. Okay. So double, because quadratic equations, you just don't want to always have integers because that in many cases won't be accurate. So A, B, C, okay. 3 get functions for A, B, C. So double get A, double get B, and double get C. A function name get discriminant that returns function name get discriminant double get spell. Okay, 3 function name get root 1 and get root 2 for returning 2 roots of the equation. Okay. Double get root 1 double get root 2. Yeah. And then we should make a constructor for this. Oh, I skipped this. So constructor for arguments A, B, and C. Okay, so constructor would look like the same name as the class. And we're passing in 3 numbers, and they're both doubles. They're all three of them. So all 3 of them are doubles. Double A, B, C. Okay? And then always make sure to include your if not defined and defined. Yeah, it's the capital of quadratic equation. Okay. And then okay. So this is our header file. I will add our CPP file. It's the same name as the class. As the header file, so. So we have to include our quadratic equation and start out. Okay, so first is the constructor. So I want to type in quadratic equation. Now we're passing in an A, a B, and a C. And we want our A to equal the A, our B to equal a B, and our C to equal the C. And since C++ is case sensitive, it's not going to confuse the lowercase a with the uppercase a. It will distinguish these as 2 different variables, a being the variable of the class, the lowercase a being the variable of the class, and uppercase being the variable that's being passed into the constructor. Okay, next one, let's get a. Return a. Obviously the next one is get b. So you want to return b. The next one is get c. So return c, and then get discriminant. Okay, that needs a little math. So to get the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so we return b times b, that's the same as b squared, minus 4a times c. Okay. So this should give us the discriminant. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Get root 1 and get root 2. So double one. And the equation part is given to us here. So return b case negative b plus, let me include c math, include c math, and I'm going to do square root of this divided by 2 times a. Okay, and that will give us the first root. And this is just the discriminant. If you can see, this right here is the same as what I'm passing in here. And that's just the square root of that. That's why I use square root function under the CMath header file. You could also just do to the power of 0.5, but if there's a function there, I guess you might as well just use it. Next one. Get root 2. And root 2 is pretty much the same, but with the minus, because if you remember, roots are plus or minus. There we go. Now let's implement this. So we're going to remain, we include quadratic equation. Okay, let's see what the book has us do. Okay, actually, let's see. The functions are useful only the discriminant is not negative roots. Okay. Okay, so actually, For 9, there's a part right here. It's asking us to return 0 if the discriminant is 0, is negative. So this is really good. So if this is less than 0, return 0, else return that. This, and then this is just the same thing for the plus. Okay. Yeah. So try to implement the class where the test program prompts the user to enter values ABC and displays the result based on the discriminant. If the discriminant is positive, display the 2 roots. If the discriminant is 0, display 1 root. Otherwise, display the equation has no roots. Okay. So see out. Actually, yeah. See out. Please enter a value for A. B and C. So let's initialize our numbers first. Integer, actually double A, B, C. We should always initialize them to 0. Just because you don't want some random variable going into them. Okay, so C, A, B, C. Okay, now we're going to do our quadratic equation. I'm just going to copy this, make sure I misspelled it. I'm going to call this EQ. A, B, C. Because those are the 3 numbers we're passing on. Okay, if the discriminant displays the result based on the discriminant, right? Okay. If the discriminant is positive, display the 2 roots. If the discriminant is 0, display the 1 root. Display the equation has no roots. Okay. So if EQ get discriminant is greater than 0, that means it's positive. Yeah, display the 2 roots. Root 1 is EQ dot get Q dot get root 1, and root 2 is EQ dot get root 2. Else if EQ dot get discriminant is equal to 0, equal 0, you want to see out it's positive root, so root 1 is EQ dot get root 1, and then else, which means if it's not positive and it's not equal to 0 and it's negative, see out this equation has no real roots. Okay. Now let's see if it's any compiling errors or anything. Okay. Okay, so I found this sample problem online that'll help us test our function. So if we go back to our source code and we plug in 1, 2, -3, Root 1 is 1 and root 2 is -3. So let's check that. Yep, its roots are 1 and -3. Okay, so now we know how the function works, and that is 9.6.